welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren Eloise. Pleasure having you back for another Q&A, or should I say Q&Gay, because a lot of these questions are a little bit gay. Thank you guys so much for asking a whole bunch of questions. Originally, I was gonna do this video as part of the 12 Gays of Christmas, but as most of you know, bushfires came through my town. I didn't get to finish, so I thought I'd do it now because you guys asked questions and I still want to answer them. By the way, if you aren't subscribed, go and do that below right now. First question, do you have a crush? We already know I love Rosie. We already know I love Kemi Patton. We already, actually no, we don't know this. There's this cute little girl that I matched with on Tinder probably a year ago. Fuck, I don't even know. And we follow each other on Instagram and I think she's hilarious and I think she's really cute, but I have never sent her a message in my life and she probably doesn't even know that I came from Tinder anyway. But yeah, she's adorable. I'm gonna do what gays do best and not message her. Are you religious? If so, how do you deal with being gay and religion? I am 1000% atheist, so there were no issues for me internally and there were no issues with my family. No one follows any religion, so I really can't help you on that one. I don't want to sit here and bullshit some advice to you because I just don't have experience with that. Have you had any crushes on female authority figures like teachers, older women? Of course. I swear every gay had a crush on their English teacher. Like, come on, it wasn't just me, was it? Are your parents supportive with your sexual orientation? Yes, and I'm very grateful and I know how lucky I am. Mum was a bit at first. She didn't want to say it, but I knew she was struggling. I think the main thing for her was she thought, that's it, no more grandkids ever. But she totally knows now that I still can have kids, like, it's fine. Do you think that people are born gay or their life experiences shape them into being gay? I don't know. I was born how I was born, and how you're gonna react to situations, what you're gonna like, dislike, I think it's already part of your DNA. But I think, like with any part of your personality, different things shape who you become. I don't think everything is set out in stone when you're born, but also I don't think there were experiences in my life that was like, oh my god, like now I'm gay. Like, I don't think that's a thing. It's just how it is. Would you ever do a long distance relationship? I would never start off one as a long distance relationship. It's good for some people, but it's not for me. If I was in a relationship with someone and then something came up like work or something where we had to be long distance, I would hate to have to do it, but I would consider it. Like, I'm not gonna wipe you off my whole plate because what? I'm not gonna say fuck off just because we come to some bump where we have to be apart for a bit. Are you and Nat still mutual? We don't hate each other. We don't talk at all, but we're in the same small friendship group, so sometimes we do see each other when we go to cafes. I really don't want to share this information because this is like, just want to move on from this, and I hope you guys can understand that. Out of all your videos, which one was your fave to film and edit? What comes to mind is when I filmed how I built all of this house that I'm in, because that video was shot over 6 months. That was something I've never done before. Those 6 months were during the time that I completely left the internet. Putting that together and having like a little bit of extra creativity with it was really cool. I was really proud of like how I did the music and stuff in that video. I loved making that one. This is a really good question. If you had to pick a book, movie to give to a stranger with a goal to make sure that the stranger has the best possible view of you as a person, what would you pick? Probably The Sun and Her Flowers. I picked this one because I read this during a really rough time and the structure of the book follows the cycles of grief. That is something that I know all too well, and some of the poems in this really resonate with me and I absolutely love this book. I read Milk and Honey as well, but I really enjoyed this one a lot more. Have you ever dealt with suicide, self-harm, either yourself or someone you know? I used to have 2 videos about it on my channel where I just talked about my experiences, my story, but I took those down because I wasn't comfortable with that being online anymore. I'm still not comfortable, but I know that it's okay. And so many people struggle with this. If you're struggling with this, professional help helps so much. Like, that's what they're there for. That's why they started that job, because they want to help you, so use it. Are you okay? I worry about you because you've been sick a lot. I'm okay, but thank you for asking. That is really kind, but don't worry, I'm okay. The last 2 weeks of December and the first 2 weeks of January, I was really ill. Like, I was off work that entire time. What happened was I got an infection in my lungs, in my ears, in my throat and in my sinuses, or from the bushfires. I was wiped out completely. I had to take steroids and I had to take antibiotics. And then we also found out that my iron was low and my potassium was low at the same time. I was really struggling. There were days where I just had to lay down the entire day because I couldn't walk, which I think about that now is crazy. I was that weak, but yeah, I'm okay. Are you gonna be environmentally friendly because of the bushfires? I already started before all of this happened, though the bushfires have motivated me to continue and do more, but I had already cut a lot of meat out of my diet and a lot of milk. I don't drink milk, I haven't for almost 4 years, and I eat vegetarian breakfast and lunch for 3.5 years. These are some things that have changed around my house. They're either plastic free or biodegradable. Just pause it if you need. But yeah, the biggest thing is changing if you want to cut out a lot of meat from your diet, because that's going to help the most. What do you aspire to be? Top YouTuber, mum of a million roos, executive designer, more gay? Okay, obviously I want to be more gay. I love YouTube, but I don't think it's obtainable to be a full-time YouTuber. I want to be around people, and doing YouTube is something that you do alone. I would absolutely love to do it like 1 day a week full-time and then work 4 days a week. Like that would be the dream, just because it would mean I could do more of what I want to do. I love design. I'm a graphic user experience designer, for those of you who don't know, so that's my full-time gig. That's what I do every day. But also I enjoy film. I enjoy photography. I don't want to say public speaking, but I enjoy doing presentations and stuff like that. I think I would like to do teaching design at some point. And I know my career is not always going to be design. It's going to mish and mash with like film and photography and maybe traditional graphic design, not just digital user experience design. I know in my heart that those are the things I have loved my entire life, and I will continue to love them, but I'm open to it just changing, paths crossing over, just see where it goes. I'm not set on an exact job title that this is what I want, because life's boring that way. Just some coming out advice. Just tell one person to begin with, because I think you feel overwhelmed, like, oh my god, I've got this secret within me, I gotta let it out. But letting it out to one person feels amazing, because you're letting this part of you out to the world. What was your experience telling your friends, relatives, that you were lesbian? My friends, they thought it was a joke at first, but they were super supportive, and they ended up being happy for me, because the way that I did it was like, hey, I'm now dating my friend. And my relatives just found out through Facebook. None of my family really said anything about it. We don't see them that often either, so if they have a problem, I wouldn't know. I doubt it though. First of all, I love your videos. Thank you. How do you normally deal with being lonely during the holidays after a breakup? I know that we just went through Christmas, and I wish I could have answered this earlier for you. Not the Christmas we just had, the one before was literally like I had just been broken up with. It was fucking hard time. How I dealt with it, I don't know. I think everything was blur. Your brain is like, what? But just surrounding myself with my family. I think I never let myself be alone. Like I just always wanted to be with people, so I didn't have to feel my feels. And that is super easy when it's around Christmas, because everyone's here to see you anyway. Just know that it's not going to be forever. This is just one Christmas out of the 20 gazillion others that you're going to experience in the future. And in the future, with whoever your partner is, they're gonna be better. Cody asks, I need advice on how to motivate myself so I can finish this semester. I am procrastination. Okay, one thing I learnt from you guys actually is to get yourself to do things, you need to reward yourself, but not in a way like, if I finish this piece of homework, I get to go on Instagram for 10 minutes. You can't do something like that. It has to be something completely new, like a special reward. Something I ended up doing was making pancakes after I do exercise, like after I do swimming. Oh my god. Questions for my queen, Lauren. Thank you. First lesbian relationship advice. You gotta be really open and honest and just talk, because it's scary. Your first relationship, you're doing a lot of things for the first time, so you just got to keep that communication open. I like this, I don't like this, I feel like this when this happens, I feel like that. Just keep it going. Ask, how does that make you feel? That kind of thing. Coming out to family around the holidays advice. It seems unavoidable with all the pressing questions. You don't have to come out during the holidays. If you don't want to, just don't do it. Just lie about, do you have a boyfriend yet? How's school going? Say, no, I'm not really interested. You don't have to say, I'm not interested because I'm gay. Just shrug it off. The less of a big deal you make about it, the quicker that they will move on to another question. Christmas is kind of hectic as it is, and if there's a lot going on, I really don't recommend coming out. It's just another something that people have to sift through their mind and wait till it's a quiet time. Any favorite family Christmas traditions? We always actually pretty much have the same dishes each year, and we use special plates from my great grandmother. I guess that's a tradition. What's your favorite thing about yourself? When did you stop believing in Santa? And is there a story behind it? I think the favorite thing about myself is my determination to keep going despite all of the shit that just happened. You feel like shit, you're depressed, so why would your perspective be like that? But somehow mine is, wow. When did you stop believing in Santa? Maybe 10 years old? I just figured it out. There's no massive story. Like our pool that we got one year said made in China. Kind of just pieced a lot of things together. Do you want to travel? And if so, where's your dream destination? Yes, of course I want to travel. I've got a couple of places that I know my heart wants to visit, and that is LA, London, Japan, and Egypt. I don't know why Egypt, but I just want to go to Egypt. Advice on taming skittish rats. Put an old shirt of yours in the cage. That way they get used to your smell. Pick them up every single day and also feed them treats from your hands. They get to associate you with treats, and hopefully that will help. Let's end on this question, okay? My first crush, I guess my very first crush was a boy named Ben. We were both 5 years old, fresh into kindergarten, and I was like, I love him, he loves me, and then we'd play together in the playground. Okay, that's it. That's all the questions. Thank you guys so much for submitting this. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. If anything really resonates with you, let me know down below. Let's have a conversation about it. Subscribe if you aren't already. We gotta build this fam to 14K. We're so close. We're so close. What the fuck? I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Oh my god, so this girl named Sel made this video dedicated to me for Valentine's Day. You should definitely go and watch it. It's adorable.